Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. If you are returning, welcome back. Today I thought I would tell you guys a story about a roommate that I had back in college. This is the first time that I've done kind of like a story time YouTube video, but I thought it'd be fun to tell you about her because she inspired this TikTok that I posted. Okay, I might be like an asshole for saying this, but I have had multiple roommates in the past who I know for a fact did not wash their hands after using the bathroom, and I kind of hope that they get coronavirus. Like, okay, I don't want them to die or anything, I just kind of hope that the universe punishes them for touching all of our doorknobs with their gross-ass poop hands. And she was just kind of a crazy person in general. So if you like this video, if you like the idea of me telling stories and doing these kind of story time videos, let me know, leave a comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll just tell you the story about this roommate that I had, and let's just get into it. So obviously I'm not going to tell you her name, I'll just call her roommate, because, you know, I'm not going to be that person, I'm not going to violate her privacy or anything, and also I definitely could have handled things differently. I acknowledge that, you know, especially now looking back, this happened about 3.5 years ago, so it's been quite some time. But at the time, I did kind of snap at her. She wasn't the easiest person to deal with, and to give you some context, I can tell you a bit about like what type of person she was. She was someone who definitely felt very highly of herself. Not that, you know, having self-confidence isn't a bad thing, obviously, but sometimes you need to bring yourself down a little bit, you know, take it down a notch. And yeah, she definitely thought that she was hot stuff. And so like one example I can give you is that the school that we went to was primarily like a communications, film, acting type school. So we didn't know each other before we decided to be suite mates. What we did basically was that my school was located in Boston, and then we have a campus here in Los Angeles, and a bunch of us decided to go to Los Angeles to study at that campus for our last semester and then stay out here and live out here, which is what I did. So I didn't know a lot of people who were going the semester that I was going because I was graduating early, so it was fall semester rather than like spring semester, which is like most people's last semester of college. So I didn't know a lot of people who were going out for that semester, so I chose to kind of randomly have roommates. I think it wasn't like random selection, like we met on Facebook or something and they were like, hey, we're looking for, you know, people to join us together to make this suite. We need, you know, 5 people total, and I joined because they seemed, you know, normal from Facebook. And most of them were. So I joined the suite. It was basically 5 bedrooms. We each had our own bedroom, and then we didn't really have like, we had like a shared kitchenette, which was basically just a fridge, and then we had like a bathroom area, which was like one room with a shower, then 2 sinks in the hallway, and then another room which was like the bathroom area, but the sinks were out in the hallway. Which is relevant to the story. So yeah, I met this girl, everything seemed normal, everything, you know, seemed fine, we were all getting along, all, you know, our entire suite. One thing about my school is that it's primarily like a artsy school, so the people who go there are doing a lot of film or theater or communications, things like that. You're probably like guessing what my school is at this point. But yeah, so I personally studied screenwriting, that was my major. I now have a degree in it, which I do nothing with, and there was one other girl in our suite who also was a screenwriting major. Maybe 2 other girls? There were more than one other screenwriting major in our suite, which is also relevant, because to tell you a bit more about the personality of this particular roommate, she was a theater major, I believe, something to do with theater. And for one of her classes, she actually had to write a screenplay or, you know, a short, something like that. And so she wrote it, she had actors, they acted it out, you know, they videoed it, edited it, and she showed it to us. And it was not the best writing in the world. And she was sitting there so proud of herself, just like, everyone in my class tells me that I should just be a screenwriter, like I'm the best screenwriter, and you know, that I should just, you know, do that as a living, for a living, and go into it. To like people who had been studying screenwriting for, you know, 3 years, I guess 3.5 years, who almost had a degree, which, like, I'm not saying that you can't, you know, go in with no experience and be a screenwriter, but it's definitely awkward to sit there and just be like, uh-huh. So yeah, she was this, you know, very confident in herself, which is, again, a good thing. But, you know, maybe you shouldn't tell people who are studying screenwriting that you think you're the best screenwriter in the school. Or I think another example of, you know, her personality, just, you know, just so you get a more of a feel for her personality, the type of person she was. We decided to go to the beach at one point. And the particular beach that we're going to is one that kind of has a lot of like little tide pools and such. And she was telling us about how she liked to stick her hands in the tide pools and touch the creatures. And I was like, oh girl, don't do that, because, you know, you've got oils on your hands and they're wild animals. Like, don't touch wild animals. Like, as a general rule, like, you should not do that. Like, you should not stick your hands in tide pools. Like, that's just gonna ruin their ecosystem. And she kind of got it. She was like, yeah, no, you're right. I never really thought about it. Thank you for informing me. Thank you for telling me. And then, so we all went to the beach, and there were some kids sticking their hands in the tide pools, and she walked up to them and used the exact same words that I had used to her to tell the kids not to stick their hands in the tide pools, which, like, I mean, she was doing a good thing. Like, obviously, you gotta tell the kids, don't stick your hands in tide pools. Don't touch, you know, animals that are, you know, in nature. But I just think, it was like, really, like, informing these kids so confidently with the exact same words that I had just used half an hour ago. I don't know, I just thought that was like a little bit strange, but this was still in the early like stages of getting to know her, so like I didn't, you know, like say anything. Obviously I was happy that kids stopped touching the animals, you know, and you know, I just kind of let that slide, because yeah, it's just like one of those things that's a little strange about a person, but like whatever. But that's like just like 2 stories that I thought of that like kind of give you like an idea of what this girl was like. But like the main thing that I wanted to tell you about, like the reason that I'm doing this video and doing this story time to tell you about this girl, the strangest thing about her was that when she used the bathroom, maybe this is TMI, I don't know, this is so strange to me. When she used the bathroom, she would not close the door. She would leave it just a crack open, and she would keep the light turned off, which in like international shared bathroom language, to me at least, means there's no one in this bathroom, come on in. Like, that, like, leave a comment if you think that that's like a normal thing to do, but like, to me that just sounds like, it just seems insane. Why would you do that? You're sharing a bathroom with 4 other people, like there's 5 of us in the suite, you know, we all share this one bathroom. Why would you leave the door just a little bit open and the light turned off when you're in there? Like, that's literally asking someone to like come in and walk in on you, right? Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know, like, that one just absolutely baffles me. And it's kind of stressful. Like, to me, living there, it was stressful, because who wants to walk in on someone in the bathroom? That's an awkward thing to do. And then you have to spend all your time, like if you have to use the bathroom, worrying, am I about to walk in on someone? I have to knock on the bathroom door even though the door is open and the lights are off. That's strange, right? Like, that's a strange thing. And as I said before, the sinks were out in the hallway in kind of like the common area, right? There were 2 sinks. She never ever used them. I mean, like, she'd use them to like brush her teeth and stuff at night, but like after using the bathroom and stuff, never washed her hands. Grown adult, college. She's in college. She's a senior in college. Did not wash her hands after using the bathroom. Like, who does that? So one day towards the end of our time all together, after watching her not wash her hands after using the bathroom for 3 months, right? This had gone on. We lived together, it was 1 semester, so 3 months of knowing that this was happening and knowing that I had to live in an environment where this was going on, right? Like, ugh, it's so gross. She did it again. She did the whole not closing the door, turning off the light, and then she came out into the hallway, and I can't remember what she was doing. She didn't wash her hands, so very clearly all of our roommates were out there in the hallway, and this is where I said I did not handle things correctly because I should have pulled her aside and, you know, said it makes me really uncomfortable that you're doing this. But instead, I decided to yell all the way down. Our rooms were lined up, so it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in a row, like all the way down one really long hallway, and we were on separate ends, so we were the farthest distance from each other, and we were all kind of standing, like, we were chatting and stuff, like, in our order, so I was pretty far from her, basically. And I yelled all the way down our hallway, "Oh my god, wash your hands!" I was like, I lost it, I just yelled it. And again, like, no, I shouldn't have done that, I should have pulled her aside, but I didn't. I snapped, because who doesn't wash their hands after using the bathroom? And yeah, I just yelled that. And I think after that, I just, you know, there was like a silence, you know, everyone stopped talking. I think I just went to my room. I think, you know, I was like done. I just like, ugh. So I went to my room, and a little bit later, it was probably about half an hour later, she knocks on my door, comes in to my room, and is crying, and is talking about, you know, how humiliated she is that I would talk to her like that, you know, and everything. I just remember being so done with her at that point that, you know, yes, I did humiliate her. I said that in front of all our roommates, you know, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have yelled at her. Like, can't say that enough. I just remember at that time just being like, did you just touch my doorknob as you came in here? Like, honestly, that's all I could think, because I was just like, kindergarteners learn how to do this. It's not that difficult to wash your hands. Like, how did you miss that lesson? Like, again, she's an adult, she's a senior in college. Like, how can you go through life like that? I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry she's sad, but if it taught her a lesson, which hopefully it did, you know, then I guess it's worth it. I don't know. And I obviously hope now that she has learned how to wash her hands, so that she's not out there infecting everyone with this fun virus that's going around. So yeah, that's my story about one of my college roommates who was just an odd person, just strange. I don't know. Again, I've said this a million times, I definitely could have handled the situation better looking back, but sometimes you just snap, and that was one of those moments where I just couldn't take it anymore. We haven't really been in contact at all since college ended. We're not friends on social media or anything like that. I think she unfollowed me literally like the moment we graduated. So yeah, definitely I have no idea what she's doing now. Hopefully washing her hands. So that's the story of her, and hopefully you enjoyed listening to it. Hopefully you like hearing me tell stories. I have a lot of them, so if you enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a comment. Again, let me know what you think. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, follow me on other social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. No Twitter though. I've never been into Twitter. Maybe I should get into Twitter. I am hoping to post more now that we are in quarantine, so I have some time. So if there are, you know, videos that you want to see, let me know. You know, you can DM me, you can leave a comment. I don't always answer DMs and comments because I'm the worst, but I still see a lot of them, so leave it anyway, and you know, I could probably make that happen because we have a lot of time right now. I hope everyone's quarantine is going really well. I hope you're not going crazy. I hope this provided some level of entertainment for you. That's really the goal here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!